My name is Linda Carver, and for 14 years I believed kindness could save a marriage. I believed loyalty meant security. I believed love was enough, but I was wrong, very wrong. Life doesn't reward good people. Sometimes it devours them, and the ones holding the fork are the people they trust the most. It was November 3rd, a quiet night in Charleston, South Carolina, when everything I thought I knew began to rot. A white envelope, hidden under my husband's placemat, sealed with red wax. No name, no stamp, just a secret waiting to explode. Inside, a letter. Daniel, you promised you would tell her before Christmas. We can't keep living like this. You know what we did. E. Evelyn Hart, his assistant, his excuse, his lie. My knees almost gave out. My heart didn't just break, it froze. And that's when the messages began. Unknown number, unknown voice, unknown warning. Check the camera. I found the hidden eye, tiny, black, watching my living room. And the recordings. My husband was not just cheating. He was planning something. Something darker, something dangerous, something that had to happen before Christmas. And the attic was the key. Christmas was no longer a holiday. It was a deadline. I didn't sleep that night. How could I? When everything around me, the walls, the silence, even the air, felt contaminated by lies. Daniel slept peacefully upstairs, like a man who had already buried me in his mind. But I wasn't dead, not yet, and I needed answers. The call. The next morning, my phone rang at 6:13 a.m., unknown number, the same one that sent me the videos. A voice, low, careful, distorted. You need to listen to me. You're not safe with him. My blood turned to ice. There's more you haven't seen. More they did. More they hid. Check the attic, but not alone. And then the line went dead. The pretend breakfast. Daniel came downstairs whistling, like a man untouched by guilt. You look tired, Lynn, he said. I'm worried about you. Worried. What a beautiful word, when spoken by a monster. He kissed my cheek, and I smelled it again. Vanilla. Evelyn. The first crack in his mask. As he left for work, his phone buzzed on the counter. A message preview. I missed last night, same time today? E. My vision blurred, my pulse roared, and that was the moment. Daniel made his first mistake. He walked back inside, too quickly, too nervously. Did my phone buzz? Someone from the hospital was supposed to message. He grabbed it before I could blink. And that's when I knew he was cracking. He felt the walls closing in. The attic door. At 11:40 a.m., after he left, I stood beneath the attic entrance. The silence above me felt alive, breathing, watching. One pull of the cord, and the wooden ladder fell open. A cold, dusty smell drifted down. Old wood, old secrets. My hands shook as I climbed. The discovery. The attic was dim, only a thin window letting in winter sunlight. And then, I saw it. A black duffel bag, large, dirty, hidden behind insulation. I knelt down, slowly unzipped it. Inside were things that didn't belong to Daniel, but belonged to someone. A woman's red scarf, a broken phone, a blood-stained bracelet, and a folder labeled Case File 14B. My throat closed, my lungs refused air. Inside the folder were photos. A woman, mid-30s, bruised, terrified. Missing person, Amelia Grant. Last seen, Charleston Medical Center parking lot. And in the final photo, she was with Daniel. The final blow. A sound behind me, a soft creak. The attic ladder moved, just a little. A shadow fell across the floor. Daniel's voice, low, cold, right beneath me. Linda, what are you doing up there? Daniel's voice echoed from below the attic, low, calm, the kind of calm that hides violence. Linda, what are you doing up there? My fingers tightened around the folder. My heart slammed against my ribs. I had seconds, maybe less. The lie that saved me. I forced my voice to stay steady. I was just looking for our Christmas decorations. A silence followed. Long, unbroken, like he was measuring my fear, tasting it. Then he said, too gently, "Come down, Linda. Now." Descending into a trap. I climbed down the ladder, slow, careful, like walking into an execution room. Daniel stood there, hands in pockets, a smile glued to his face, but his eyes were freezing cold. "Next time," he said softly, "ask me before going up there. It's not safe. Not safe. Not safe for who? For me? Or for the secrets he buried above my head?" The smile that didn't move. He stepped closer, and for the first time in 14 years, I felt something from him I had never felt before. Fear, not mine, his. He asked, casually, "Did you touch anything?" I lied. "No, it was too dusty." His jaw tightened, barely, but enough. The dinner trap. That evening, Daniel insisted we go out for dinner. "You've been stressed," he said. "Let me take care of you." "Take care of me." The same words you whisper before putting down a dying animal. I agreed. I smiled. I played the role of the gentle, broken wife inside the car. He watched me through the rearview mirror, studying me, waiting for a slip, a crack, a confession. Instead, I asked, softly, "Daniel, did something happen at the hospital?" He stiffened, only for a second, but I saw it. "Of course not," he said. "Why would you ask something like that?" I gave him a small smile, the one he taught me to wear whenever questioning him was dangerous. The strangest warning. As we drove, my phone buzzed. A new message, same unknown number. I opened it silently beneath the seat. Only 4 words, "He knows you know." My blood froze. Another message arrived instantly. "Don't eat anything he gives you." I slid the phone back into my coat, and for the first time, I realized I was sitting next to a man who might be deciding whether I lived or died tonight. We sat at a quiet table near the window. Daniel ordered for both of us. He always did. But tonight, his choices were different. "You'll love this," he said. "It'll help you sleep." Help me sleep. Help me stop asking questions. Help me disappear. The red flag. When the waiter walked away, Daniel leaned forward. "Linda, we should talk about Christmas." My heart stopped. Christmas, his deadline, their plan. "I want this year to be special," he continued. "A new start." A new start? After ending me? The warning in the bathroom. I excused myself and went to the restroom, my hands shaking, my breath thin. A woman was standing there, in a black coat, hood up. She whispered without looking at me, "You're in danger, Linda." I froze. My voice barely escaped. "Who are you?" Her answer was a whisper that felt like ice on my spine. "Someone Daniel hurt. Before you." The shattering truth. She pressed a small USB drive into my hand. "Whatever you do, don't go home with him tonight." "Why?" I breathed. She stepped back, fear in her eyes. "Because he doesn't plan on bringing you back." Christmas morning wasn't supposed to feel like this. Cold, silent, and painted with fear. But as I stood in my living room, barefoot, shaking, staring at the broken camera on the floor, I realized something terrifying. Daniel wasn't hiding the truth anymore. He was hunting. The attic door was open, wide open, as if someone, or something, had been waiting for me to look up. I forced myself to climb the stairs, one slow step at a time, my breath fogging in the freezing air. At the top, I saw a shadow move. Not fast, not aggressive, just waiting. And then, a whisper. "Linda, you were never supposed to know." Daniel stepped out of the darkness, holding a red envelope. The same kind of envelope that ruined my life weeks ago. His eyes were calm, too calm, the kind of calm that belongs to someone who has already made a decision. You ruined everything, Linda. His voice was steady, controlled, dead. You should have ignored the letter. I felt the world tightening around me, the attic shrinking, his footsteps closing in. You weren't supposed to find the recordings. I stepped back, my heart pounding like a trapped animal. Evelyn and I, we had a plan. His smile, God, it didn't even look human anymore. But you just keep surviving things you're not meant to survive. And then he said something that turned my blood to ice. So today, I fix that. The moment he said those words, today I fix that, my body forgot how to breathe. Daniel took another step forward, his shadow stretching across the attic floor, swallowing everything. I didn't scream. I couldn't. Terror silenced every part of me. You should have stayed blind, Linda. His voice was steady, almost gentle, like he was talking to a child who disappointed him. All you had to do was trust me. Trust him, the man who planted cameras in my home, lied to my face for years, and planned something so dark I still couldn't understand it. But then, a sound. A soft one, a click, behind him. Daniel froze. And I saw her. Evelyn Hart, standing at the top of the stairs, holding something small, metallic, cold. A remote. Daniel, stop. Her voice trembled, not with fear, but with guilt. We said we wouldn't hurt her. That shattered whatever hope I had left. If she dies, we both go down. Daniel's entire body shifted. The calm disappeared, replaced by something primal, violent. He lunged toward her. The attic exploded with chaos, screaming, shoving, crashing, and I realized
this was my only chance. I ran. Not because I was brave, but because I finally understood. They never planned to let me live. I didn't look back, not once. My feet slammed the stairs, my breath tearing out of my lungs as I stumbled into the hallway. Behind me, the attic was alive with violence. Daniel shouting, Evelyn screaming, furniture crashing. Every sound felt like it was chasing me. I grabbed the railing, nearly slipped, and forced myself to keep running. My house, my safe place, had become a hunting ground. I reached the living room and my eyes landed on the front door. Freedom, barely 10 steps away. But then, the worst sound imaginable. A slow, deliberate footstep behind me. I turned. Daniel stood halfway down the stairs, breathing hard, one side of his face bleeding, eyes wild. And still he smiled. You can't outrun the truth, Linda. His voice was lower than before, deeper, almost broken. You weren't supposed to know about the money. Money? My mind went blank. Daniel took another step down. Closer, closer. The insurance, the accounts, everything I built, you were going to ruin it. My breath caught, my stomach twisted. You were going to leave me. He wasn't angry because I found out he cheated. He wasn't angry because I discovered the cameras. He was angry because I was no longer useful. I backed toward the door, my shaking hand reaching for the lock. And then, a sound from upstairs. A scream. Evelyn's scream. Daniel, please? He didn't even turn around. Not fully. Just tilted his head. Stay there, Linda. His calmness was more terrifying than any threat. I'll deal with her first. My blood froze. Then you. He turned away, just like that, walking back up the stairs as if choosing the order of his victims was a casual decision. And in that moment, every instinct inside me screamed. Run. Now. I pushed the front door open, cold winter air slicing across my face. But freedom.